Hi everyone, this is Claudine Helmuth and I'm excited to share with you today my retro lunchbox kit. So this is the lunchbox and it's designed completely in 3D, so all sides have illustration and pattern. It's perfect for boys or girls, back to school, end of school, teacher appreciation. It comes with this cute little tag that you can write the to and from and leave a special note. And on the inside, it will hold two standard size cupcakes. And it comes with adorable little apple cupcake toppers. And there's even more. It will also hold three mini size cupcakes with cupcake toppers as well. And of course, any other candies, treats, favors, gifts that you would like to give to your recipient. Now, like all of my kits, I've made them as easy as possible to assemble, but I've got a couple of little tips I want to share with you right now. So when you download and print out your kit, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have 3 pages for the lunchbox. And on this page, we've also got a tag as well as the handle. And then on this page, we have the cupcake toppers. And the last 2 pages are the cupcake trays, one for the standard cupcakes and one for mini size cupcakes. Now to get started, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut around all of our template pieces. Now for the tag, what I do is I just cut a loose square around it, and I'll show you what to do with that in a couple of minutes, but that just makes it even easier to put the tag together. So go ahead and cut out all of the elements. Now that I've got all of my elements cut out, I just want to quickly draw your attention to the tag. So this is what I mean by you want to cut it out, just a rectangle around the entire area of the apples. And don't worry about cutting the apples out just yet. As well as for the cupcake toppers, you want to cut just around the whole square. So what we need to do next is we need to score all of the dotted lines in the kit. And by scoring, it's going to give us a nice fold. So we'll get a nice clean line. So what I've got here is a legal pad, and that's just to provide a little bit of cushion. And then I've got my ruler and a pen with no ink in it. So this is what I'm going to use as my scoring tool. You could also use a butter knife, anything that you can draw with that will not make a mark like a pen, but will make a nice indent. So you want to make sure you get it lined up exactly on the dotted line, and then I'm just going to draw down and press. And then you'll see here, it makes a nice line that we can fold on. So then we're going to get a nice clean fold. The paper that I am using here is Staples Photo Mat paper, and it's a really nice weight. It's 11 mil, 61 pound. It's a great weight for making items that will include cupcakes and treats and things like that, but it's not so heavy that it makes it difficult to work with. But you can use whatever photo paper or cardstock you would like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and score all of the dotted lines in the kit as well as on the cupcake trays. And for these pieces, you want to make sure to score these dotted lines here. And then for the handle, you can see better on the printout before you cut it out, but there's a dotted line here, 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 and here. So you'll want to score those as well. So now that everything is scored, I just want to double check all the lines and make sure that all of my tabs are folded. And on the handle, this is how you will want to fold the handle. So you'll want to fold it so that it goes like this, because that way when it goes on top of the box, it will make a cute little handle. So I'll just set that aside for now. And now we are ready to start to apply adhesive. And the adhesive is going to go on all of the tabs that have a letter on them. And on this piece, this is the front piece, you'll see there are no letters, so that means no adhesive needs to go on this piece. So I'll just set that aside. And I have laid out the pieces here in the order in which they go on. And if you look on your PDF, you can see I've indicated the sides. So this is side D, side C, side G, and side F. And if you position it the same way, then you can tell which tabs will go on which side. So this is side F here, and then tab F will go on there. So you just want to make sure to look at your PDF before you start putting everything together. And it also helps to lay it all out in the way that it will go together. So now I'm ready to apply adhesive. And what I'm going to do is I like to use a tape gun to apply my adhesive. You can just use regular double stick tape. You could also buy one of the disposable tape guns that come from the craft store. And I'm just going to roll it on and apply my adhesive. And I'm going to do that to all of the tabs. Now we are ready to start assembling. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to attach the bottom and the front of the box to the back and the top of the box. So here's tab A and this is side A. And you want to just line it up very carefully. You want to get it really nice and close to the score line so that it will make a nice and even box. The next step is we're going to add these side pieces. And looking at my chart on my PDF with the lock facing that way, this side is for side C. So here's tab C. So I'm just going to place that in there. And you just want to make sure that it lines up with the score line that goes down here as well as up there, and of course this line as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the same for side F and tab F. So now you can see we've got a big giant box. It's all together as one piece. So now we just need to start putting these tabs to the top and the bottom. And this goes much easier. I'm just going to fold tab G over and apply the top to it. And same thing with tab D. And you can just kind of pinch the corners to make sure that they're nice and square. And then for the bottom, we've got tab B and last tab E. So now you can see here we've got our box, and we can fold it, fold these tabs in and fold it closed. And it's a nice snug fit. That's why it's so important to get all of these to line up. If you don't get them to line up, you might have a looser fit with your box, or if you line them up where they overlap each other, it'll be too snug of a fit. So now our box is looking really cute, but it needs the handle as a extra touch. So what I'm going to do is just apply adhesive to the tabs. And then make sure that it's folded in so that it looks like this, and line it up so that it is centered on the box, and then just gently press the tabs down. So now we have a super cute little retro lunchbox. Of course, you can pick it up by the handle when it's got light items in it. But if you're going to put heavier items in it, I would definitely recommend holding it by the bottom. But we're not done yet. We've got to make our cupcake toppers and our little tag, as well as our cupcake inserts. So for the tag, you're going to want to make sure that you first scored it against the dotted line there so it will fold nicely in half. And then you're just going to need a little glue stick. And we will apply the glue stick to the back of the tag. And then we'll just fold it closed. And we'll set that aside for a second while we work on the cupcake topper. For the cupcake topper, you also want to score the center line so that it will fold in half. And then you will want to cut around the apple and the leaf. And I like to start over on this side away from the dotted line and just cut it out. And you may want to check to make sure that it is cutting without cutting into the apple on the other side. It all depends how exact you score on the dotted line. Sometimes I get a little lazy and I don't score it exactly right on the dotted line, and then my apple will not cut out evenly on both sides. So we're just going to cut around here. And you're going to finish cutting up here. And you can decide how close you want to get to the line or how far away, how exacting you'd like to be. So there we go. Now you can see that there are two sides to the apple. Now I've got my apple, and you want to make sure to have a toothpick and then your glue stick. And we're going to glue stick all of one side, and sometimes I do a little bit of the other side. And then you're going to take your toothpick and you're going to place it on one side of the apple, and you're going to fold it over and make sure everything is lined up nicely. Now we've got a cute little cupcake topper, and it just needs a little cupcake to go into. There you go. Now, the last thing we need to do is we need to finish our tag and make our cupcake tray. To finish the tag, now that it is completely dry, we're going to cut around the apple, and then we're just going to add a little tiny hole punch. This is 1/8 of an inch hole punch. And I've got a little piece of baker's twine that I'm going to thread through, and you can also use an extra toothpick to help bring your twine through the hole. We'll do a little loop there. And then we're just going to attach it to the lunchbox. I'm going to loop it through here and separate those two pieces and sort of pull it down till it's the length that I want it. I like mine to dangle just a little bit in front like that. I think that's a cute length. So then I'm just going to tie this off and trim off any excess. So there it is, looking super cute. So of course you can fill in the to and the from on this side. To put together the cupcake trays, both of them go together the same way. This is the standard size cupcake tray. I've already added adhesive to all of the tabs, and then you're just going to fold in the tabs to the corresponding side. Very simple. I'll just open the lunchbox and place the cupcake tray right there, and it is ready for our cupcakes, looking really adorable. And then you can just slide that inside. I'll give you a little view in there, how nicely they fit. And then you can just close up your lunchbox. And if you like, you can add a circle sticker or something like that, but it should stay in place nicely. Now, obviously, the handle is not super strong. Depending how strong your adhesive is, you might be able to lift it by the handle. But if it's got 2 standard size cupcakes in it, I recommend just carrying it this way to deliver it to your recipient. So now you've got a super cute retro lunchbox that makes a perfect gift or party idea for end of school, back to school, teacher appreciation. Let's not forget the bus drivers, crosswalk monitors, tutors, or your favorite student.